I wanted to travel since I was little. I used to watch Mary-Kate and Ashley, the twins, and I would see their little adventures. And as I got older, I got the opportunity. I've been traveling since I was an infant with my mom, traveling back to Haiti. And then when I got my first opportunity when I studied abroad in university. So that was 2011. And then I went to Madrid, fell madly in love, and then went back again 2012. And that's when I kind of like picked up the bug, and then I went to Milan, Rome, and stuff like that. The reason why I visited Thailand was purely based off of optics. I heard that it was a really great expat city, and I watched a couple videos on YouTube. I Googled Black travelers, and specifically Black in Asia. And they're like, Chiang Mai was like the hot spot. It's great for nomads. There's internet. I had already booked a ticket into Barcelona, and I was like, I'm going, forget it. So I just bought my ticket while in Barcelona 4 hours before the flight. So when I landed, it was the day before the last day of Songkran, which is the Thai New Year. So immediately after I landed, I just walked the streets, and that's like, they have huge water fights. So there's water guns, water hoses, people with water in buckets and ice, and they just walk around splashing people. And I think Songkran this year was the 11th or 12th through the 15th. And so I got there the 14th. So that was a week-long celebration water fight. Got to participate in that. That was amazing. I went to a temple. There's elephant sanctuary. There's cooking classes. I took part particularly in the temple, and we did monk nature walk. So on your way up this mountain, you have to go up a mountain to get to the temple. And before you get to the temple, there's different stops. So on the way up, there's a waterfall, a monk trail. And then you get to the top, and it's like, there's different Buddha statues, and then you have to climb up like a dragon staircase, which is massive. It's huge. It's one of the longest sets of staircases I've ever attempted to climb. I made it to the top, thankfully, but when you get in there, there's an outside seating, and then there's an entrance to the main temple. Oh my goodness, do not settle for the outside. You have to see the main temple. It's like a golden oasis. It's like, it was amazing. So that was like the highlight of the trip. They were like having a monk procession. So we had just finished the monk trail, and then we went around and did the stairs to the main temple, and they were having like prayer. And so that was one of the greatest experiences, things that I got to participate in. I think was absolutely unequivocally the greatest, most positive experiences ever. In Krabi in the south of Thailand, they really like reggae. So next to where we were staying, there was a reggae bar, and Thai people with dreads shouting and singing Bob Marley songs. I was like, being up from the Caribbean, obviously, I was like, wow. I could just live with these people forever. So that was the highlight of the trip for me. But they were super nice, warm, welcoming people. Never any stares or anything like that. I will say, maybe from other Asian tourists, I think the Chinese were my biggest thing. I didn't anticipate them being there, so I got stopped a lot. I was called Serafina by one of the ladies at the temple. She was like, Serafina, picha. And she stood with me and took a picture. I ate at the food stalls out in the open, the way the Thai ate, like pork steaks out on the grill. Amazing food. Once you I think the way to approach Thai food is to leave whatever American expectations you have at home and come with an open mind. Because once I did that, it was open season on their food. Like, it was so good. And the flavors are a lot less intense in terms of the sodium, like how we use back here in the States. It's so well prepared, so flavorful. If you like spicy food, well, get ready. The main obstacle I faced while in Thailand, I would say, would be shopping, which is, it's kind of like, well, really? But because there's a very petite group of people, a lot of their shopping, a lot of their clothing is geared towards the majority of the population. So finding stuff to fit a heavier American is more expensive, so they upcharge for bigger sizes. The advice that I would give to someone who wants to travel is to just do it, and do it with an open mind. Start early. Sometimes you don't always have to know where you're going. If you have the desire, just open up Google Flights and just pick a spot and just start there. You'll find that the world is much more forgiving than the media portrays.